Good morning, Aries. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. It is greatly appreciated. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I am Nicole. Always keeping things very real here, I'll tell you. Blunt and to the point. All right, Aries, this video is going to be your April 2023 reading. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watchers. Welcome as well to the channel. Please discern the messages accordingly. I forget what sign it was that I did. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Excuse me, morning fog here from the weather changing. But guys, I don't mean to give ass whoopings on this channel for the collective in general, but the signs and then the cross watchers. But guys, if the messages are coming through, they're coming through for a reason. Know that I'm sending you love. Aries, I did a little bit of meditating before I turned the camera on. I'm gonna see, because I kind of feel like this might be an ass spanking kind of day for you guys. We'll see what comes up on the cards before I open my chops. But we'll see what Spirit gives us. But guys, if you're interested, remember this is not a one-on-one reading. So if you're interested in a personal reading, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. So with that, Aries, let's dive into your April 2023 reading. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. All right, Spirit for Aries. I'm going to be just straight with you. Something is, Spirit had said to me while I was kind of diving into you guys before I picked up the cards and stuff, that, you know, whatever it is may end up blowing up in your face. I'm not quite sure what they're speaking about, so we're going to see. And then constraints. You may be feeling a little constrained by something. Spirit right now is saying it's against your will. I don't know what that's about, so we'll see. Emotion and consistency. So let's see. Let's see. What's going on for Aries? Please listen. Listen, listen, listen. And I'm hearing them say, listen to what I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. So make sure you're discerning this message. Make sure you're really paying attention, I guess. I almost kind of feel like you're trying to hide away. You may have somebody in the background around you somehow. I'm going to call it eavesdropping. Maybe you're eavesdropping, you're being privy to conversations around you, hearing things that maybe you're not real happy with at this time as well. They're trying to, Spirit is coming in hardcore all week this week. Spirit is just on top of it. Oh gosh, I just lost the message they just gave me. Crap. All right, let's see. For Aries, please, Spirit. Space. Listen in space. Oh, who was that? Virgo? No. Who was it that I read for? What did I do yesterday? I can't remember. It might have been Sag. Those cards came out. All right, for Aries for April. Absence. Spirit is saying you're probably likely to have a tough time with this one, whatever this one is. Goals at the forefront here. You may be checking out on something, and this may be that whole it's going to blow up in your face kind of thing, with the idea that there's a need to step back from something, because it's like you're taking in information, you're taking in some things that are, it's almost like you're pushing something away from you at this time. May not be happy with what is going on in your world. Let's see. I want to clarify these cards. I really haven't done that too much for the signs, but I think this is necessary. I really think it is. Let's see. All right, what is this lesson about for Aries, please, Spirit? What is this lesson about? Whatever is coming in, it's kind of like bullshit rolls downhill, right? Like when we think about like our businesses and stuff like that, or whatever we're involved in, when it starts up at a higher level, when they start making changes and cuts, it always trickles down. And that's kind of what this feels like to me, is whatever this is trickling down from somewhere else. And through that, it's like, if you know something is coming, get out before it does erupt, right? So like if you're in business and you're hearing about layoffs and things of that nature, it might be wise to pay attention. And then if you know that things aren't looking so great, maybe it's time to make a grand exit and take control of where you're heading, rather than sitting in something waiting for it to implode. Okay, so this could be in various aspects of life, right? It doesn't have to be romance or jobs, or it can be a multitude of things. You know where this is playing out in your life. Like you may feel like something is not, it's just not working out the way that you thought it would, kind of vibe, right? Listen, with the Strength card, and then the Page of Pentacles, I'm going to say suspicious of offers at this time, because it's like you're really trying to navigate what is coming in and what is coming up. And again, I still get this feeling, even with that Strength card, card of Leo there as well, how it's kind of trickling down. And they may be making some offers of change to you somehow, but I feel like you just don't see, yeah, there's that Tower. I said, you know, before a Tower moment erupts, there's the Tower, the Seven of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles. You may end up getting offered something else somehow. And it's like, again, maybe taking the need to take steps to avoid a Tower moment that doesn't necessarily need to happen. Space, the Death card. Don't hang on to something. Don't spend too much time overthinking a situation. You're going to have to make a quick call, a quick judgment call on whatever this is. This Space, the Empress. It's very interesting. Some feminine energy across the board with Space and the Empress. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Feeling like you've really invested into something to create. It's a very creative process. Aries, I get a lot more, I think, work-related kind of things for you guys than anything else. It's the way you approach things. It's always like, what's the next deal that we're making kind of vibe. And it's like you have this feminine energy within you, male or female, it doesn't matter, to make big moves, to make big boss moves, in a very loving way when you want to, is how this feels to me. But it's also understanding that where your passion may lie and what makes sense in our 3D world may be very different things. So it's trying to get into that space and navigate what this is. But I'm going to say, like, the Empress just knows, right? She doesn't need a whole lot of time, a whole lot of anything to figure it out, because she's fully aware. She is, you know, you look at this energy underneath with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. She embodies all of that, right? It's a step down. That Queen of Cups is a step down from the Empress. And then she's taking her logic, her truth, her analytical ability to see through things. The Queen of Cups, she's mastering her emotions. She's a nurturer, she's a carer, she's a giver. And all of those traits embody this Empress. So you may feel like you need to take a step back, but for whatever reason, I'm going to tell you the way it comes through is, don't wait too long to make a decision with the information that you're being given, okay? Because it's like you may not appreciate what you're being told or what you're hearing, but it is for your divine purpose of where you're heading. This Absence, Temperance in the reverse, fuckery, right? Absence, and then Temperance in the reverse position with the Star. Falling short of some goals, perhaps, maybe not feeling like you have enough. This Temperance is an emotional unbalance. It is all things that are not fair, equal, just, whatever you want to call it. Not having a full understanding of situations around you can be some upheaval again. Again, it's either you're going to have to make a move to walk away from a situation, to build to something new, or something is going to make a grand exit with or without your decision-making process at the end of the day. So it's like, but it's in this Stretch card to me, is like freeing you up, it's freeing you up for something that will lead to your wish fulfillment. The Emperor in reverse. When I see him in reverse, I always think of the word arrogance. Always. Don't ever get so foresighted that you think that you know everything. That it's like that you're not teachable anymore. So always know that we're always learning. We will learn forever and a day. And you've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups that comes out with that. I'm going to say it's time to dissect certain areas of your life. Okay. You may, I feel like, Aries, that Queen of Swords is you. King of Cups. You could be dealing with somebody else in the Queen of Cups. If you have somebody in your life, if this is a relationship, somebody may have options. Somebody may have choices as to, I'm hearing stretching the truth too. Okay. You may be getting wind of certain things surrounding a person in your life. I feel like whoever this is, whatever this is, with that Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, you're not on the same playing field. And you may find that a person, or maybe this is even you, Aries, where you're trying to find something or someone who is more emotionally sound than what it is that you're dealing with, because you have a lot of great qualities surrounding you. And I just think that it's really funny that clarifying those cards at the top, you've got all major arcanas, and then you've got these big boss energies of the Queen of Swords, King of Cups, the Queen of Cups. Could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces as well. And then even with the Empress, Taurus, Libra, and Virgo. You know, that Venus energy, that love energy. So I would also say check your Venus placement in your chart for this reading as well. So interesting energy. Your energy is a little scattered right now to me. It's a little scattered. So let's see what's going on here. All right, Spirit for Aries, Page of Pentacles. With that, I'm hearing resistance right off the bat. You know, the Page of Pentacles is slow-moving energy, but with this particular deck, she's standing still, and I forget what other sign had that in the same position. That might have been Taurus. You might be dealing with a Taurus. Gemini, the Lover's card, the Four of Pentacles, again, reservations, holding back. This may deal with a partnership of some sort for you. Choices surrounding you, again, kind of sitting with the information that you're getting but not making moves on it. Very redundant energy. So let's see here for Aries, please, Spirit. Tower came out sideways. You're holding it up right now. That tower in the upright is destruction. It is massive breakthrough. It is massive change. That tower being in a sideways position, and I will read him that way, and I've read him this way for this whole April series so far. You're propping something up. You're really trying to hold something together that is not working. It is a falsified foundation that is not giving you the space to grow and breathe the way that you have envisioned for yourself. High Priestess. There's things going on behind the scenes that you're not seeing. You may be hearing things, but you're not seeing it for what it is. She is the keeper of secrets, but she is extremely knowledgeable, right? She knows all. You may not see the big picture right now, but it's kind of like Spirit is coming in and giving you forewarning. Something is going to change with or without your discretion as to how you want to go about it if you do not make a move. So you know, each of you know where you are in your life. Hello, kitty cat. You have a cold, wet nose this morning. You know where these choices have to be made in your life. You know what is feeling off balance, and that's the thing too with that tower. Hello, I see you. Yeah, tell everybody hello. Come on. Come on. Tell everybody hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, Aries. How are you this morning? But, you know, and there you go. You've got the Nine of Wands at the bottom. Like, this may have taken you a lot of fight, a lot of try to get to where it is that you are. but you're still propping up. It's like, again, and I forget again what sign it was that I had this conversation with yesterday or the day before. If you're constantly fighting the flow of what is naturally trying to take place for you, and you're trying to hold things up because you're in a stubborn ass energy, you're going to experience tower moments. So it's like, why are you holding on to something that you know is not going to work? And I think that it's Two of Cups right there popping out of the deck. If this is partnership, if you're seeing red flags, or if you're hearing somebody saying, hey, you know, I seen so-and-so out with so-and-so, you probably want to pay attention to that. And there's that High Priestess trying to stick out again. You know, you already know this. You know if there's been loyalty to a situation. You also may have felt them retracting their energy from you as well. So you need to pay attention to those gut feelings, that intuition. Because again, that High Priestess in the upright tells me you have a full understanding and awareness to whatever this is, but yet you're still allowing yourself to entangle in a situation that you know is probably not going to be for your betterment in the long run. So let's see, future conditions for Aries for April. 7 of Pentacles energy, and let's see, what is this? The 9 of Wands again. It's like it's working on repeat. You may be repeating a cycle with somebody, maybe repeating a cycle with somebody new. 16, by the way, sevens. Which breaks down to a 5 at the, or 2 5s, which just changes 10s, 1s, and 1 and 10 is closings and beginnings, right? Endings, beginnings. But it's like you're repeating a cycle, whether again it's with the same person, same situation, it could be work, whatever, or you're doing it somewhere else. You know, I've told people with my own personal experiences, like my relationships, right? I'm gonna call myself out here. Because I refused to do the healing work for a long time, I refused to see the truth of a situation, I continued to meet the same people over and over again, but with a different face. Same demon, new body. Every single time. Because I was refusing to acknowledge that in that, I was the common denominator, choosing to entangle myself with these low vibrating energies. And that can be a hard reality, Aries, to pay attention to go, I know that this isn't quite what's good for me. But yet you're still stepping into that, hoping that something's going to change, that you're going to go from that 7 to the 10, but all you're doing is wearing yourself out with whatever the situation is. And there she is again. I've shuffled the deck, you've watched me. When I say repeating energies, that 6 of Cups, it can be somebody coming back around, right? 6 of Pentacles, trying, you know, 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, the High Priestess again. Trying to make something fair and balanced, but I feel like somebody keeps ducking out, avoiding responsibility, accountability, whatever it might be when it comes to that. So it's really you guys needing to see this for what it is, to listen to your inner knowing. And it might be difficult for you. There's that 7 of Pentacles again, repeating energies. The Page of Swords there. It might be very difficult for you to listen to your intuition, or maybe you're just kind of suppressing what you know, your gut knows, what you feel, what you're aware of. You gotta ask yourself why you're doing that. You know, why is it that that's where you're sitting at with that? Page of Pentacles, Spirit, let's clarify. Temperance tried to come out sideways, so I'm going to take it that way. So you've got the Temperance card twice. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Page of Cups in the reverse. The Strength card and the Father of Cups again, so the King of Cups. You've got all the cards here. The Strength card is out on the board twice. Courage, will, determination, that's solar plexus energy. Sign of Leo, again, you could be dealing with a Leo. Leo's coming in very strongly. So is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, primarily Scorpio is how I see that. Sagittarius again as well. But it's like you withdrew, or they withdrew their emotional space from you. It's a retraction of a love offer. It's a retraction of the emotionality or the emotional balance that sat within a situation. And I feel like is that with this line, it's kind of like beating your head off a brick wall. Keep going back for it, keep going back for it, keep going back for it. And you've got to ask yourself why. You're going back to something that is not giving to you, that there's this withdrawal of an offer. There's this withdrawal of something that they're not quite giving to you. And I don't even know that you're giving at this point. You're just kind of there. You're just waiting. It's like you're sitting and you're waiting. What are you sitting and waiting for? You know, the need to take action. 4 of Wands, you may have 7 of Pentacles. Trying to get to what feels good. Overthinking a situation. 2 of Cups. Sideways. Seeing that 2 of Cups sticking its face out from the Light Seer's deck on this Tower. 5 of Cups in the reverse position. I don't even look at these. 5 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune in reverse with that Tower. Need one more, Spirit, please. 4 of Pentacles, hanging on. Hanging on to regrets. Hierophant. Excuse me. I forget. This reading is very similar, and I can't remember. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me. It's early. It snuck up on me. So sorry. 10 of Swords in reverse. Not letting go. Not moving on. 2 of Cups. I feel like you're seeing this from a space of wishing you had done things differently, or them, whoever you're dealing with, wishing they would have done things differently and hanging on to this energy. You could, again, Taurus, you could be dealing with a Taurus here. Holding on to that energy of trying to correct things, maybe offers of apology, holding on to the idea of, rather than seeing things for what they truly are. And that can be a very difficult space to be in, because you'd like to see things turn out much differently than where you are at this time. But this loss, this regret, I don't feel like you're coming out of it. I feel like you're holding on to it. And with that Hierophant there, it's asking you to have a more higher perspective, a more spiritual understanding as to why you're not letting this go. And that 10 of Swords, there's really a need for a timeout. That the Tower, the Hermit, the 4 of Swords, the 10 of Swords in reverse. There's a massive need for a timeout, whether it's your burnout from work, your burnout from a love relationship, things not coming together the way you had hoped, whatever it might be. There is a massive need for you in your, and by the way, happy birthday, right, Aries? So sorry. For you to take this time to pause, reflect, and reevaluate. And let me remind you that we're going into Mercury retrograde. I think it's April 24th or right around there. We're going to move into this retrograde, and that is a time to reevaluate, to reread, to rewrite, to review every single thing that you're doing in your life. And I've said it for about a week or so now, that right now is a period of stillness for us to assess, not making any massive changes, but to truly assess and then take that decisive action, right? And in here, it's like you're teetering back and forth, like there's an awareness, but you're not letting go. You're not surrendering to whatever this process is for you. Why not, you know? Futuristic energies, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, the Moon, it's illusion, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Aries, this is not your happy space. This is not your 10 of Pentacles. I think that it's almost like the mind, 2 of Wands, waiting on it, right? Waiting for something to change. 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck there. That Moon, Cancer, Pisces energy, it depends. My particular opinion anyhow. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse and that 2 of Wands, it's waiting for this 10 of Pentacles to turn upright, waiting for this change to occur. But you're reinvesting into things that are not serving of you. If you've gotten the 7 of Pentacles every time you've done, whether it's a job or a situation or a friendship or work or whatever it might be, you're gonna continue to be met like at that brick wall. It's banging your head off of that brick wall. It's meeting that resistance, and it's wearing you out. But yet you continue to sit in the space of waiting. For stable foundations, stable foundations do not come from illusionary aspects. The moon, you are not seeing something. You're choosing not to see something. You don't want to know what it is that's going on behind the scenes, but you do know. Whatever this is, you do know. Aries, I feel like there's just more to be had here. I am 7 of Pentacles still underneath that. It's a deceptive energy. If there's no growth, if you're truly not seeing any kind of growth, it's time to change that up. I'm gonna get some different cards for you guys for this. All right, Spirit, April, dive a little deeper into what is going on for Aries. First chakra, again, root, stability, our foundations, right? Archangel Michael, the thinking woman. You may be assessing at this time that there's that contemplation again of how things could transform. And it's, there's like a, I'm going to call it a sword of knowledge, a truth of knowledge, that this is, you've closed one cycle out, okay? Now you're starting into a new one, and I just want to say, are you taking the baggage? Are you taking that same baggage that you walked away from into something new somehow? What is this for Aries, please, Spirit? Contract. Your soul is begging for growth. Your soul is asking you to tear away and see what it is that you have done on repeat over and over and over and over and over again that is not balanced, that it is not fair. This may even involve a legal situation. Like, if something is not working out, it is time to let it go, because it's not serving you. Okay, it's like you're missing a key piece to something that you're refusing. It's almost like a truth that you recognize that and I'm going to say this. If you work in the profession of law somehow, you may be seeing things breaking down. And as we move with Pluto and Aquarius, sitting in Aquarius, structures that are not sound, we're starting to see the collapse of and the crumble of. You know, we look at the banks that shut down a couple of weeks ago. There's more shit like that to come. And what you've put your faith in, what you've invested in, what you've investigated in the past, it's like you would like to think that those are not that is not the truth of the matter, right? That maybe something that you had high hopes in was more than what you thought it was. And now you're starting to see the cracks in the foundation. It's like, I don't want to believe that I've been a part of something for so long that is so falsified. You're either going to be a catalyst for change, Aries, or you're going to sit in the bullshit and partake in whatever this is. And your heart doesn't take you there. Your heart space of who you are internally, there's multiple ways around whatever this situation is, and you've got to make the decision of how you're going to navigate it again. So for Aries, I told you earlier, it's time to take action. It's speaking up about something. Again, you may be getting information that's incoming to you. You may, and that fifth chakra, the throat chakra, Archangel Gabriel. When we talk about listening, and I've said this before in some other videos, strategy, there it is. Our throat chakra is the only chakra that has 2 openings. So if you imagine a trumpet, right? We look at all of our other chakras. Our root chakra, that trumpet opening is to the bottom, to the ground, to root. Our sacral, our solar plexus, our heart, all have trumpets that sound outright. So the opening is facing outward. The throat chakra is the only chakra that has 2 openings, one in the front, one in the back. Reason being, it's for us to hear, to actually not just hear, but listen. and for us to speak our truth in communication, right? And it is time to be a voice. It is time to step into whatever the situation, whether it's love, it's speaking your truth. If it's work, it's saying, hey, this doesn't resonate with me, and these are all of the reasons why. It doesn't resonate with my moral or with my ethics or with whatever it is within you, that it just feels off. So this tower moment can also be an internal realization to the world around you that things are not as what you've seen them to be for a very long period of time. And now it's trying to strategize to get out of that energy. This is like another card of Sagittarius for me, the patience. It's about timing. You're going to see things. You may feel like you're at a standstill, and you're going to have to strategize how you're going to get out of this, how you're going to work through this. You're really going to have to think about what you hold in your hands. You know, this guy here, he's got that pentacle, basically. King of Pentacles energy, that thinking man. He kind of reminds me of the Magician sometimes. You know, there's logic behind it. You're going to have to find a way around this to support the growth that you need to have to take that decisive action to make a change. It may be extremely uncomfortable, and it may be a very hard realization as to where you're headed or to the enlightenment that you're gaining through this period of time, Aries, but you need to open yourself up to it, because Spirit is coming in, your divine, whatever you put your faith into, doesn't matter. You're being awakened, and I've got so many cards of this awakening with this High Priestess, the contracts, all of these various cards that I've seen, the way they've come out in this reading, the Hierophant. You're being broken open. You're being brought into a space of needing to understand and pay attention to the truths that surround you, even if they're extremely uncomfortable. Because I feel like, again, like you've somebody back here is retracted, right? And that retraction could very well be you going, I don't know that I want to play ball with this. All right, let's get you guys some advice. I can't believe I didn't tell you guys happy birthday too in the beginning of this. Duh. So sorry. Happy birthday, Aries, right? All right, for Aries, let's see. Advice, Spirit, for Aries. Time machine. To me, this is like, you kind of want to, I've caught this card for a couple of the signs, and it's been like reminiscent. This to me is like, can we please just move forward? Feeling the world, can we just move into a different time frame? Can we just get past this somehow? Whatever this is, can we just get past this? All right, Spirit, for Aries. Divine Matrix. Are we awakening? Again, another card. Are we awakening to some serious truths? This life is a game. It's like playing the game of life every single day. What's going to happen next? What spot am I going to land on? We live in an illusionary world that really surrounds us, that it's like, it's not that bad. It's just like this. I work 9 to 5. You're waking up to see that things are not as they seem. It is not. It's almost like you have jumped ahead somehow, and we've had a timeline shift. And now all of a sudden it's like, shit. I didn't realize this was the kind of world that I was operating in. I didn't realize that this is what things were like. Whether it's with a person, a place, a thing, a job, it doesn't matter. There is a very strong realization. You'd be waking up next to somebody all of a sudden going, who the hell are you? I have no idea who you are. You've become somebody completely different. Somebody that I don't know. Too many cards, Spirit. Under the surface of this, Aries, I will say that it feels like the movement that's being made with that action card and with what I just seen in there is going to open you up to find more compassion for the world around you. You're going to learn how to come at things from a loving space. And, you know, we got the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, the Temperance in the reverse, the Empress. It's like you're going to come in finding a different way through this at the end of the day of how to express yourself on an emotional level that resonates with your heart and your soul. Okay? Like you may be getting a hard kick in the ass of what it's like to come from the heart space and everything that you do. Endless possibilities. This, and I'm hearing from Spirit, this is not the end. You may see this as just a structure that is falling and may feel very uncomfortable right now. 11, it's a master number. You are supported. Okay. I got a master number. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think this morning. Either way, that 11, it's divine. This is not the end. You are being guided and protected through any work that you do. 44 and 11 may stick out to you at this time. 41 is also what Spirit is giving me. You are being guided to break something wide open. You have the gifts, the talents, the ability to ride this wave, excuse me, for growth. You are waking up to some illusionary shit that is really uncomfortable for you because you did not want to believe you were a part of something like this. You know, I'm hearing every rose has its thorns, right? And it does. For every good thing that we do, there's always going to be some type of obstacle attached to everything. There's the contrast, the good, the bad, the white, the black, the light, the dark, whatever you want to call it. Number 41, a higher view, breaks down to a 5. Change is at the forefront. And I feel like part of this is you're changing. I don't know that you know what you're going to do with it at this point because you're still working through this illusionary energy. You're trying to figure it out. But all of a sudden, it's like you may feel like you've jumped a timeline yourself. If you haven't experienced this yet, it's probably coming. Where the world is, you're never going to look at the world the same way that you do right now. Or how you have. If you've already experienced this, you're never going to see it the same. It's like if you're in a course of business too, where maybe, you know, I brought up a lawyer or whatever, a lawyer, judicial system, whatever, with that contract. Maybe you were a lawyer that was defending bad guys just because someone needed a defense attorney, you know? But then all of a sudden you see the idea of what happens to the victims in these cases. So now you're like, wait a minute, I'm going to go do some victim advocacy. Like something, all of a sudden it clicks for you, right? So I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, that's just an example. I don't know that's the best example, but it's an example nonetheless. Because it goes from one extreme to the other. Going from defending the bad guy to supporting the victims of these bad guys that you were defending for so long. Speak your heart's desires. Our words are powerful manifestors. Speak your desires of this change. For this understanding that you're waiting on. Because it's like, I don't want to break down. I want to know. Be inquisitive. Be curious. Your heart might get broken through this realization. And if it does, I'm going to sound cold and callous and go, it's okay though. Because it's changing you. You're waking up. Like, I just want to go, you are waking up, Aries. You are starting to recognize how different this world is. How these people, situations, jobs, whatever it was, it is not how you've seen it at all. Let it happen. And it may be really confusing to you, but you're going to gain a lot as a result. Exposed and revealed. You cannot make this shit up. As these truths come to light, you're going to find your purpose and your power. Because all of a sudden I feel like you're getting pissed off and going, you know what, this is ridiculous, that this is what is going on around me. And no, I don't have control of it, but I'm going to change the way I move forward. Because this is not all right. It is finding your internal truth and awakening to this. And if you just listen to what's going on behind the scenes, I'm going back to that beginning. If you're listening to what's going on behind the scenes around you, you're removing yourself. That space and that absence, you're removing yourself from this process. Again, whether it's person, place, thing, it doesn't matter what it is. You're awakening to it. And you're recognizing that people that stay in those energies, that's where they're going to remain with those birds of a feather. That's who they are, and they are showing you. Something around you is showing you exactly what it is as you wake up. 10. That waking the line breaks down to a 10. No more. Truths revealed. You are waking up, Aries. You're just like blown away. But do not prop up this foundation that was built on lies and bullshit. Don't be a part of that, because that's, I see this and you're just like, well, I'm just going to hang on to this because I'm supposed to. This is a higher structure. I'm supposed to hang on to this. No. No more. Okay? Aries, that reading midway broke wide open. Holy Toledo. Now I see. Now I see. All right, guys, if you found this video resonated for you, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. I just seen 40-40 and talked about those 4s, 44, right? 4s may be a very, very important number for you. Take a look at on Google or whatever and to check out the numerology on those numbers as well. And then I look down here and there's 41. I talked about that 44, 11. Spirit gave me 41. There's 41 sitting right here. And then I just seen 40-40 on the clock, and we're 41 minutes and 4 seconds in. Okay, so 4s and 1s, very, 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 very important for you right now. Again, like, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. If you wanted to dive into a deeper aspect of your truths for yourself, you can find that information in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Aries, I'm wishing you a wonderful birthday season. Happy birthday. I'm sending you guys all of my love. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.